How's it going, guys? As part of the Tier 4 channel memberships, I was asked to play 303 Check, so this is me on 303 Check. Tier 4 channel memberships, you can submit a game to be cast, or you can ask me to play a div, right? Or like a specific deck or something, specific game mode. We'll try and make it work. If it's something too precise that I can't find a lobby for, I might kick it back to you. But here we are. I'm playing 303 Check. I'm against somebody who I think is on a Smurf account because they'd played 8 games and they'd had like a 90% win rate. But they did make some mistakes. They were playing Corpus, right? Corpus. So I'll quickly show you the deck, which you can skip, by the way. You don't have to leave comments saying that, I'm a terrible person and I can't play the game. You can just skip it if you don't want to watch it. This is my deck for 303 Check, and honestly, I don't know if it's good. I really overestimated this division, right? Admittedly, I'm not thinking rationally at the moment, due to lack of sleep and food and stuff. By the time you're watching this, actually, the fasting will be over, but recorded this on the last day. So yeah, the div is just kind of just spam a bunch of crap down the road. I really overestimated it. It's a lot worse than I thought it was. The Krugs aren't as good as Cubs because they've got way less accuracy. They cost more, you get one less, and so it's just RNG whether or not you kill something, whereas a Cub has less RNG and, 3 missiles, right? And 4 availability, and it's cheaper and, higher accuracy. So I actually think it's worse than Berlin Gropers. Because your tanks, I mean, admittedly, you get the T-72M, which I didn't use well in the game, but you and you get the funny check mortar. Streltsy are nice, but yeah, I don't really think the div's that good at all. Really, your air tab's better, but your AA is worse, and your infantry's worse, and your tanks are worse. I'd much rather have a bunch of T-55As, and you also don't get a recon helo. So yeah, you get 2 cards of cheap CVs, which is nice. I went with 2 cards of supply. These things are like the best part of the division, but they cost so much, and they're reservist, and so it's like, well, should you keep a military police with them? I don't know. Probably, but like this is 25 points, and so this is actually 100 point unit. And if you include the transports, it's 140 point unit. So, And then, yeah, regular motor Streltsy in the BVP1, which is the one without the smoke. Regular Streltsy, which are nice. They're a nice unit. They were broken when they were 50 points, but they're not 50 points anymore. This is a pretty crazy squad because of the very nice availability it gets. I went for the double RPG team. You can get it in this, but I just thought that was a waste of points. So it's just gonna explode. I don't know, man. I mean, people ask me to play these divs, and most of the time I kind of get it. This one I just did not get. I did not understand this division. Um, yeah, a gap in my knowledge, I suppose. So 35 points for 10 blokes, MMG teams, and then, yes, you don't get self-propelled arty, and these don't have nice range, so the splash is quite large. I could have used them better, really. But this is like a 6 kilometer, 82 millimeter mortar, which is obviously ridiculous. I'll bring it in the tracked one so it can survive. T-72M thing, I didn't really use this very well. And then I went for the CV tank. The T-54 is significantly worse than the T-55 because it's a heat shell, not a kinetic shell. Now, there's only one good heat tank in the game, and that's the T-64R in 17Y. And so it's better against infantry because it's got 4 machine guns, but it's just terrible against armor. So I guess I should have bought this to kill his armor, because he's playing Corpus, right? I feel like his div's just better than mine, but I've played a lot more Corpus. So then I wanted to bring this gun for like fire support. It didn't really do me any favors, and then just a bunch of tanks. They have 35% accuracy, 0% motion accuracy. Like, this is a defensive tank, this is an offensive tank, but it's got less range and less rate of fire and less pen, and it's obviously cheaper, but it's a lot worse. And yeah, the Mayukas. No recon healers. I brought these in the recon heli, and I just wish I hadn't. I ran out of recon basically straight away. So I'm gonna down vet that and have it in the truck. Um, and then yeah, these guys in the recon thing. Then I brought this for the exceptional optics, but so there's no very good one. But yeah, I think I like after the game, having played the game, I'd actually rather just get a second card of this so that I actually have, and then I can at least keep that at one vet for the opener. That's tracked. Because yeah, this is what's going to get there first. Because this is your, even though it's a 90 kilometers an hour recon deployed, right? I suppose these guys could actually get there first because that's 100. But yeah, this is fighting recon. You want it at one vet because these are like, so if this had more availability, it's just the slots are so expensive, and then the Krug, it's just RNG. I ended up losing them. I'll be honest, I played like crap. I fasted and so on. I mean, it's a dumb excuse because it's obviously my personal choice to do that, and like I live by myself. Nobody could force me to do it. I'm choosing to do it. So, but it does have an effect on how well I play the game. But yeah, I ended up losing these in the game. That was a big problem. This thing is very funny. Have it at no vet so I can get as many as possible. This at one vet because at no vet it just tends to like miss the first salvo and die. It's not great. And then yeah, this for anti-infantry because it's a double 30mm. Admittedly, I think it'd be better if it was at 20% accuracy, so maybe I could do that. Um, this has nice rockets on it. And then, yeah, the plane. So I brought this because it's more of an anti-plane one, and this is more of an anti-helo one, but, like, I think that was a mistake, because this has more missiles. And that's, like, they tend to just lose all their missiles straight away, so I think this was a better shout. This thing uses all its missiles straight away and then runs, it has to reload for 216 seconds. So it's different to most rocket planes in that it just loses all its rockets straight away. And so it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's got nice ECM and stuff, and the whole point is, you know, you can, because you've only got two of this frame, right, the rocket and the AT. And so the idea is, you know, that the AT is protected by the rocket. You send the rocket first, and you can use this to snipe AA pieces and so on. And then this is the old 6Y cluster before they nerfed it. They nerfed it in 6Y, but they left it here. And then the HE2, which has got regular bombs, and like, so like, why would you bring the napalm plane? I saw a game where somebody was bringing the napalm plane, and it's like, well, this is still 3 availability. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation, really. I don't really think I think the div is way, way worse than I thought it was, and it's that classic thing that so many people fall into, including myself. Now, right, where you're like, oh, it's strong because I played against somebody and you know it was hard to win, therefore it's a good div. Right, so with that out of the way, as you can see, some of these comments live rent free in my head, right? The divs, I vastly, vastly, vastly prefer his div. I absolutely love Corpus. I've got a guide on Corpus. It was the first pro guide that I made. It's like 2 hours long on Corpus. And I think he's watched it because of some of the decisions. Well, okay, some of the other decisions he's making I don't agree with. So, anyway, I think his div's just better than mine in every way. I really do. My ground-based AA is better, but his planes are better. His plane AA is better. And the Krugs in 1v1 are very unreliable. It's just gambling, basically. So when you face them, obviously, they always hit. But, yeah. This div's just really weird. It doesn't have a recon helo. I didn't realise it didn't, actually. I only know one good player who plays it a lot, and he recently did a DMCA takedown strike on my channel after I uploaded a game of me beating him. So I haven't had a chance to ask him, strangely enough, about how to play this div. No one else plays it, and that is probably why I was asked to play it by the Tier 4 channel member, because like, I've not seen this div before. Well, From the deck review, you can sort of see why, right? But the kind of the idea behind the div, right? Having played against the guy who DMCA took down one of my videos, if you get 3 of those, it terminates your channel. By the way, nice bloke. Anyway, you do these like flying columns of just a bunch of tanks down one road, because you get a bunch of cheap tanks, right? You're down one road and then down the next road and then down the next road. But I can't do that against his div, because he's a very light div, right? So you can probably overwhelm like a div like third armored, for example, right? The heaviest, slowest div in the game, still an extremely strong div in the right hands. You can sort of overwhelm him by like, you know, because he just can't cover all his bases, whereas this div very, very much can. And so I felt like I just couldn't do that. But maybe I should have done it anyway. Anyway, looking at the deployment, I've just got a recon screen kind of going everywhere to cover all my bases, because he's airborne, so I assumed he would SPG-9 down every road, because that's what I tell everybody to do. And look, he's doing it. He must have seen the guide, but he brings a Pion, so that's a bit weird. And then, yeah, I figured, okay, well, I'll try and just fight for mid these T-54Bs, but he, in his airborne div, gets T-55As. Like, this is not seen as, like, a strong div, but it's definitely better than this one. So let's just cast the game, and, you know, I can talk about it as it's happening. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners. Honestly, I can't thank them enough. 3/4 of the channel revenue comes from the generous channel joinerships. As I was talking about in the deployments, you know, at the start of this month, it was mid-February, but at the start of the fasting, basically, somebody tried to take down my YouTube channel, and I would have lost everything. And because of everybody watching, basically, he was socially pressured into not doing it anymore. And then he retreated into the shadows to DM people about what a bad person I am and how I'm actually the bad guy. So, yeah, I can't thank you enough, right? Channel would have just gone poof if it wasn't for you guys, so I do appreciate it. You know, there's lots of ways to help the channel out for free. Watching the videos helps the channel out, so you're already doing that, so thank you. You can also wishlist my game on Steam, that's free, right? Liking the videos, leaving comments, that all helps with engagement. Do you see how I've given it a move order? Otherwise, it would stay on the ground and he would shoot it with the Komar. But yeah, if you give it a Shift Q move order, it can't actually aim, because it just takes off within 1.44 seconds, apparently. You can wishlist my game on Steam, did I mention that? Anyway, so he's done like a very nice forward deployment, and so I was trying out this rocket plane, but what I didn't realise is, unlike basically every other rocket plane in the game, right, so now that's going to reload for 108 seconds. For that. And, like, admittedly, it killed it. Right? But yeah, my recon's kind of crap as well. So yeah, I'm losing stuff. Like, honestly, I could have played a lot better, but I'm shit, right? Anyway. So yeah, 2 35-point recon vehicles, that's pretty cool. And I was trying to stop something like this from happening, but he did manage to make it happen anyway. There's just too many roads, right? But I ended up stopping these. And the T-54Bs don't... So yeah, this thing's really good. It's got 21 pen, but 21 fire rate, but it can't actually shoot at armor. Apparently a 130mm gun can't shoot at armor, but what do I know? But yeah, like, these suck. One T-55A could beat 2 of these, because they're heat, so they don't really do any damage. I mean, obviously against infantry it wouldn't make too much of a difference, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, he basically just spent the entire game putting somebody in here, and I could never kill it. My arty's really bad as well. Like, he's got better arty than me, so... This was a very humbling experience, I gotta tell you. So yeah, he brings the sniper, which I wouldn't recommend on Corpus, but I know more about Corpus than I do about this div. Because I've played Corpus in the tournaments, right? There was a tournament where I only played Corpus and I finished in the top 8. You know, because of the way the brackets work, it was within the top 8. So from 5th to 8th is when I got eliminated. So, yeah, you know, this isn't something he can really kill, right? But I didn't know I'd killed that, because it didn't come up. Well, I mean, it's come up there, but maybe it disappeared by the time I saw that this had half HP, so I start trying to check it with helos and stuff. This thing, I brought the wrong one, honestly. I should have brought the other one, because it's got 6 missiles. And even though it's got less range on the missiles, I'd much rather have 6 missiles, because it just misses a lot, and then he gets out. Right, I mean, it's so... Like, if it was the other one, it would have killed him, because I would have 2 extra missiles here, and well, I mean, they might both miss as well, but you'd hope they wouldn't. So, yeah, I killed that, and then you just immediately put another one in there. So, I don't know what to do. Like, so his infantry's better than mine, his armor's better than mine, his deployments are better than mine, his arty's better than mine, and it's like, what is my advantage exactly? I have more armor than him. And the other thing is, look, this can't shoot at helos. Admittedly, he just landed there, right? The SOCOL is really nice. 240 kilometers an hour is crazy. And I'm not sure how that happened. I mean, it must have been this guy, and that, yeah, must have been. So yeah, he was getting stuff around the sides. I was trying to stop it. I mean, that's obviously how you play airborne. But yeah, this div, it's like you're supposed to just like pile drive a bunch of SD-100s down a road and then down another road, and I guess I should have done that better, right? I mean, I'd have to play the div more, but I'm not doing that because this was an extremely unpleasant experience, so... I actually think it's worse than Berlin Gropers. I didn't realise how bad it was. A lot of it's like playstyle, does it fit into your playstyle? So you see I'm trying to find that thing, which I killed, so yeah, my bad. And I found that I ran out of recon, and so I couldn't really see anything. So that was not great either, and I couldn't really use my helo deploy because he gets forward deployed AA. I used one, and obviously it's died now. So... yeah, this thing isn't as amazing as I thought it was, because it takes so long to reload. Whereas most rocket planes, I think I interrupted that thought before, they don't reload that fast. Sorry, they reload significantly faster, like within 30 seconds, the good ones. So yeah, I've got these, and like this can't shoot, this with its 130mm gun can't shoot that. And this with its 130mm gun can't shoot that. I guarantee if you gave it a go, you'd get a headache, right? They're bouncing off. I've got a book. It's called Mailed Fist. There's a few books called that, but it's a guy in a, I think it's a Churchill tank in World War II, and so he was a commander in a Churchill tank in World War II, and they go up against, like, it's a real story. It happened. They go up against a Tiger, and they're like, okay, shoot, because he's the commander, right? He's the aristocrat with all the working class plebs in the tank. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect this to win, right? It's a MiG-29. And they start shooting, and the gunner screams, the shells are bouncing off. And then the Tiger shoots them, it goes straight through the tank and kills their driver. It's like, can you imagine the horror that you'd have to feel in that situation, where it's like the gun your nation has given you, which at the time was the strongest empire in the world, covering a larger portion of the world surface than any empire before or since, apart from, of course, the Finnish Hyperwar. And the tank you've been given cannot... because they shot first, they saw that tank first, right? And the tank you've been given cannot defeat the enemy tank that's in front of you. And you're like, you know, thanks, Keir Starmer. Anyway, that's exactly how I feel playing this division. It's just like, man, like, his division isn't meta at all. I kind of made it a niche pick in tournaments, right? Because I played a bunch of games as it. Obviously, I live streamed all the games, and, you know, we won some of those tournaments. And so people started copying me and stuff like that. So, like, it has its place in the meta, but it's definitely not a meta pick. and I don't know. Like, obviously, I could have played better, right? That's always the answer, right? So if there's bad RNG, but you could have played better, right? Because you can always play, like, nobody plays a perfect game. Never seen anybody play a perfect game. Even these Twitch kids who are better than me, who don't exist, obviously, because I'm the world #1 Warno player. Yeah, so if there's bad RNG, well, you could have played better. So, yeah, it's this part. So I'm trying to kill this T-55, and this is hardly, you know, the Warsaw Pact's finest vehicle. It is an extremely cost-effective tank. And you'll notice, like, this is 25 points less, and it's 25 points less for a reason, right? And that reason is, um, I mean, you know, admittedly I miss, and yeah, so he two-shots me, right? Now, admittedly I missed twice there, and for some reason he did 5 on the first shot and 4 on... Oh, because I'm reversing, so I'm further away. And there's your Krugs, right? So sometimes you just get lucky, you just one-shot it. This rocket plane is way better than mine. It's cheaper, it reloads in 16 seconds, and it's got side missiles. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, this would not deal 4.5 damage to that, or whatever. Definitely wouldn't. The closer you get with this, the higher the pen is. But this one always stays the same because it's heat. So yeah, the pions, I actually, no, I do bring those on the Corpus. I just never buy them because, well, I mean, you know, occasionally I'll buy them, but... So yeah, like my stuff, I don't know, obviously I'm just missing loads, and that's not great, and then we miss some more times, and then we miss some more times. I just say, what the hell's going on? And then you click this and you're like, oh, 35% accuracy. Admittedly, I am getting really unlucky here. The amount of times I've shot at him and the amount of times I've hit is not fair at all. You'd expect me to have hit him at least 2 or 3 times by now. But yes, this misses a lot. It is 35% accuracy. But yeah, for this to fire 4 shells at him and hit 0 times is it's obviously travesty, but look, it's actually got less accuracy. What? Oh, it's because the cohesion's lower and everything. They were both 50 before. But yeah, I can't kill one T-55A. Do you see the problem? So I should have bought a T-72 to kill the T-55. But even then, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And so he's going through the forests, but I can't fight him in the forest because his infantry's better than mine, because he's an airborne div. And so, yeah, it's just not a great situation at all. These things have the big rockets, but they've only got 6 HP. But the big rockets are pretty cool. And yeah, like these sappers also have RPGs, so that's not ideal either. He gets ground surveillance radar, I don't get that. Yeah, it's a very difficult situation. So, you know, swing over the rocket planes, but I know he's just going to dive these with his infinite fighters, and it's like, will the Krug hit anything? Probably not. So these are like heavy hogs on steroids. You see, they fire all their rockets straight away. Sadly, that shot at Topaz. So yes, this misses, and now he's on half cohesion, so the chance of him just one-doming me like that is really low. So it happens anyway. I pressed land as soon as I could see it, but obviously the way the helicopters behave in this game is lethargic to say the least. Yeah, I suppose like that rotary cannon, I suppose that's like a Yak B, right? Where is it? Oh, I think it's in here, so it's not actually on a turret, so yeah, that makes it harder to shoot. And then yeah, it's so I do big air wave to try and kill his jets, and I fire 3 MiG-21s at that MiG-29 and it gets out. And like some of it is just yes, you're and then so at least those get out. They get very wounded by the stuff on their way out. I could have manually evac'd them this way, but yes, 3 MiG-21s couldn't kill a MiG-29. Sometimes they just one-shot them. But yeah, I brought the wrong one. That was my mistake. So I've got this guy right-clicked, but he's just manually flying around in circles, and I figured when the minute ends, he's just going to buy another fighter and shoot me. So... Or he just forgot about it, and it just did that automatically. But yeah, I couldn't kill him because my rocket plane, which costs like 100 points more. It's like 70 points more, something like that. 65 points more. It's going down. It doesn't have side missiles, whereas his does. So that's very strange. I don't Don't really agree with that. Anyway, I'm still trying to kill this one T55, which I can't see. Yeah, so I buy the arty because I'm like, well, look, I need to clear this guy out, but the arty's got terrible range, which means the dispersion's very large. So that's not ideal either, and I just can't, like, his infantry just beats mine. It's obviously airborne infantry, right? You would expect it to. His div isn't amazing. It's just very, very, very beatable. Especially if you're not using smoke, which he's not doing. It's just, this div's crap! Yes, now he's using these on me, which are a very good tool, which I recommend, and that's in the guide as well. I'm still trying to kill this one T55A. I am yet to hit it. Everything just misses. He must have ECM. It must be that Drozd one with the APS, right? And all he has to do is just keep putting more guys in. And obviously sniping my stuff with arty. But yeah, I can't kill one T55. It's worth noting, this division doesn't get any infantry ATGMs. Any. Doesn't get the faggot. Oh crap, I said it. Oh, well that's the video demonetized. Generous channel joiners and all that. I won't remember to edit it, I never do. Doesn't get the conkers either. Yeah. So yeah, I guess I should have done the, like, so just sit here and build, and, like, pretend to attack, do some smoking, and then just build up here and just conga line down here and break through here, because this can only kill 4 things, right? And this, you know, can actually see all the way down the road, but this is what it is. But, like, yeah, so he's not moving these, so I should counter battery them. He could see the Krug somehow. I wasn't really sure how, but I suppose it's probably because it came down this road, which he can see, and then turned this way, and so he just, you know. So, yeah, these are pretty funny, because you can just land them and reload them really quick, and then stand up and kill somebody else, but I couldn't see him, which is a really big issue. I didn't know this was here, by the way. I thought I'd killed that, but the SD-100 doesn't have a turret. So when I told it to shoot it, it probably just spent ages turning and it just drove past it. I did remember spotting that at the start of this cast. So I was trying to bring this over so I could blow up the pylon or something, but I was just like really at a loss of how to play this div. And I didn't feel like getting another DMCA strike, so I didn't want to ask the resident expert. So yeah, here I am, you know, bombing these targets, because like if his planes aren't up, his ground-based AA is kind of bad, right? But I could have evac that this way, but if he buys enough of these, it will eventually kill me, which you do see later on. But yeah, I can't kill one T55, so he's got the nice flanking shots with all the ATGMs. So you need good RT, good tanks to clear this out. So maybe I should have lent more on the T72s, which don't get smoke, so that's a problem. And obviously, given the changes I showed you, so we fire... Okay, we actually get that one, that's nice. I think it was this guy that we don't get. So, yeah, the Krugs didn't evac him. It's really weird. So the reason I didn't switch those off is because 2 Cubs shooting at him like that would just evac him, but the 2 Krugs didn't, or if they did, I don't know, he still got the second one off, so he killed me. So it's obviously a skill issue, right? I could have just switched those off and not died to the seed. But, like, look how many units he has compared to me. So it's a very difficult situation. So I'm like, okay, so I'll come down here and sort this out, but, you know, do the thing that I just described. But because he's a wide div, right, he can just put units literally everywhere. These things are terrible as well. They don't even have 50 cal, so they're just dying to nothing. Admittedly, he's going to run out of ammo, but he brings over the helo, right? He's got planes, he's got RT, so yeah, very, I don't know if, like, you know, his division counters mine. Like, it definitely does, but if he was playing, you know, something more normal, say, like, I don't know, 2nd Panzergren, it obviously would have gone even worse for me. So, yeah, it's a very difficult situation. It does get a bit more interesting, right? If you're like, well, I know how this ends. So I'm still trying to kill this one T55 that I can't kill. But this guy's only got 8 ranked games, right? As you can see, he's definitely not a Smurf account, or somebody who's reset their rank or something. Must watch Hippie videos. So we get a MiG-29 with the MiG-21, but I believe we lose both of these because, you know, there's a lot of AA here, and... But yeah, I brought the wrong one. It's just, the other one's better, it's got more missiles, and it's the same price, same availability. And yeah, the Krugs are out of ammo, so that's obviously a skill issue. And I still haven't killed this. And we just miss him a few more times, right? I don't think we ever kill this tank. And we just, like, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. Must have been another tank later. So yeah, your armor's crap. So I wanted to do like a flying column down here, but he can just side shot me with all these. So, and I can't see him, so I can't shoot back. And they naturally target the CV because, well, that's their auto-targeting. It's got something called dangerousness, and obviously you'd want to prioritize the CV, so they do that. I do switch this one off, right? I've learnt my mistake, learnt from my mistake. This one's out of ammo, so you don't have to switch it off, which is kind of dumb, but there it is. And, you know, if these were Cubs, I think... Right, so there you go. There's your RNG. So they missed... It took 6 shots, and we eventually hit it, which I guess is actually completely normal. You would expect at least 1 hit in 6. Because the minimum accuracy is either 10 or 20%. There is a minimum accuracy in this game. So, yeah, 70 points, 12 guys resolute, shock, AT. Right, meanwhile I'm paying 75 points for, admittedly, 16 guys, which aren't on the field yet. But they're reservists. So, yeah, I don't know, I can understand this did working in team games, or some like dumb meme strat. So, he does get that, I think it dies for it. Yeah, there's just too much here, right? Obviously his AA is not great, but if he's got and this I think that's what. No, okay, well. Anyway, there's a lot of AA, and then that, like, I'm just at this point I'm struggling to pay attention. We do kind of make some progress, right? It does get a bit better. I'm looking forward to being able to drink water whenever I want, though. That's gonna be nice. But, you know, I choose to do this. So this is supposed to be good against infantry, because it's got 1 more machine gun, but honestly, the T-55A is just better. Like, 1 PKT does not make up for this, right? So, I hide in the smoke, right, but he gets better arty than me, and he's got a lot of it, and admittedly, I shouldn't be in the middle, I should be off to the side or something, but I didn't, because I haven't actually cleared this out yet. So, yeah, I get some more of my reservist crap. Yeah. Yeah. And, like, these are just shit. I admit they're cheap, but they're... So yeah, small flying columns, but I've run out of recon at this point. I mean, we've got whatever's left, right? But I can't see this. And yeah, it's a really unpleasant situation. And like, look how it basically takes like 8 shots to kill one thing, 2 armor, because of the accuracies and the, you know, and so on. Yeah, and like this sapper has an RPG, right? So just keep in mind. And there you go, the Krug does something this time, and you know, we saved up all our misses from before. So this guy, he climbs into this building, and okay, you know, and then we shoot at him with 10 things, because this is 9 plus the thing that died. And we still, so, like, look at that! I fired so much at him. Like, admittedly, you know, you shouldn't blob, but, like, he only killed 135 points worth of units there, but, yeah, the Krugs just don't, you know, it's all RNG, right? Admittedly, I should have a 3rd Krug, but, you know, it's just RNG. Sometimes they hit first time, right? The one plane they've hit so far has been the seed plane, which had the highest ECM, so it's very strange. Anyway, this is my 75 point unit. Admittedly, 16 is a lot of guys, and it's got 2 RPGs, right? But I'm wondering if I should bring the military police with them. And so, you know, we're out here, moving out of the way. I do eventually forget to do that. I'm trying to hit these. Oh yeah, I got one, and then it missed. Like, because the range is so bad, I've already said this, the dispersion's very wide. Like, you don't have to hit this once dead on to kill it, it's got 2 HP. It's classed as a mortar, as opposed to like an RT piece, a bigger RT piece. So, yeah, we're shooting, and like, you know, one T-55 comes in again and just kills everybody, and it's I could have bought the T-72, right? So that's my mistake, but a very difficult situation. It's just and like this thing doesn't shoot armor. It's a 130mm gun. And yeah, like I can't see this guy, and my RT's not good, and I'm trying to shoot things, and I can't kill one T-55. Like, nothing here can really kill it, you know, this is if it was close enough, I suppose it could use its other RPG, but there's no way it can get close enough. Because it's reservist and so on. Right. So I'm trying to smoke the whole map, right? The Great Leveler. Smoke is the Great Leveler. The Krugs miss again. You can apparently see the CV. I don't know, I mean, who knows how. Right, he aimed at both buildings, right? So he does have units here. Like, he had somebody in there, maybe saw it, because I've smoked so much, but I don't know, maybe he just got lucky, that can happen as well. And yeah, so we're making progress, and I finally buy that T-72. It's just, it's about time, right? Obviously, if the game goes on for an hour, the airborne div's probably always going to lose, but it doesn't do that. It goes on for 40 minutes. And, you know, you can see, like, he's not a very, like, incredible, unbeatable player, right? He's not even moving. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh yeah, so that's how I lost the Krugs. He did a massive airwave on them. I'm not sure how he... I suppose it must have been this guy here. Yeah, this guy here must have seen them go from there to there, and so he knew where they'd moved to. So, you know, credit to him. He sent all the planes out at once. And I just can't kill this T-55. Filipowski. So, yeah, it's I don't know what to say. Some people can lose much more gracefully than me, but it's just, it feels so kind of helpless, right? And you're kind of stuck in it. You're stuck in it. So this was a nice bombing run. I got 2 of those, and they're not cheap, so that's good. But yeah, without the Krugs, he can just air bully me now, and I'm losing my planes now because he's got so much AA. That's interesting. So he's added 1 more unit here. And I don't get recon helos, which means that this sort of thing is very effective against me, because I can't scout it. So, as you can see, this thing is really not bad. You do have to pay a lot of money for it, but... it fires very fast, but it has no anti-armor capability, which is very strange to me. Wow, it hit something. So we're making progress. We've stopped the tick, but it's taken so long, right? We've only got 12 minutes left. So I need to push the boat out, you know, I need to get a move on, because let's say I get on a +1 now, I would still lose, because he's been on a +1 for, you know, over 20 minutes. And there's less than 20 minutes left, so... And so, yeah, I mean, the fact that this is 155 points is really something. But yeah, this, I assumed this had died. But yeah, the one T-55 killed my T-72 and my SD-100 because he got me with a side shot, right, because I came through here and I think he was looking at this and then he shot me, so... And then he RT's my other T-72. And yeah, like, I just can't see this, and yeah, it's really something. Just miss, and, you know... It's not got a machine gun on it, so at those ranges, it's the machine guns that do. Especially if it's a HMG, that's what's doing most of the work. So yeah, there's just one guy in here, and he's just killing all my units with his 17 pen, and he's demonetizing my video as well. So, and yeah, I'm just making too many mistakes. I'm rushing too much. I don't have experience on the division. Not in the right frame of mind. Right? Excuses, excuses. You either play well or you don't. Either way is your fault, more or less. So, yeah, I can't contest him in the air, especially given that the Krugs have died. I just can't really do anything about his air at all, because, you know, I don't really get anything that can do anything. Admittedly, I saw it one-shot that AA helo. I'm sorry you missed that. It's if it hits it dead on, it seems to do a lot more than 2 damage. See, look, that was 4, so... And yeah, he's just got free reign now after the Krugs died. If they were Cubs, this never would have happened. Like, you saw the game I played on this map as Berlin Gropers against, no offense to the guy, a much better player on a much better division. And I won that game. Whereas this is like, I don't know, it's... Like, I'm not saying you can never win with this div, but if you do, it's certainly an accomplishment. There you go, you see, these things actually kill the helos very well. The issue is, I just basically can't kill his planes anymore. Not that I was killing them before, I was just missing over and over. But, yeah, like, he can just do that. He can just blow them up, because it takes so long to aim, right? And, the manpads I get are his but worse, because they don't have the veterancy. It's the same manpad, so I don't even bring them. Maybe that's a mistake, but certainly is if you lose your Krugs, right? So, yeah, 9 minutes left. Trying to move forwards and find the CV, right? Like, I could have used my RT better, right? Like, it's out of ammo, it could have had a CV next to it. I could have killed this instead of assuming my tank that was right on it would kill it and not looking, because it didn't, they just drove past it. And the SD-100, I don't know if it died or I sent it over here or something. It was a long time ago in the game. So, yeah, we're trying to... Like, this is only a 3-man squad, right? But he's got the rocket planes, and... Yeah, there goes my very expensive unit. Like, this is just so much better than the one I get. It really is something. Maybe the one I get can kill tanks. Like, I've not actually tried that. But yeah, I'm rushing because I'm running out of time. I'm just aware of my time. And, like, this thing just stayed there the whole game, shooting me. And I couldn't see it. So part of that is the deck, right? We covered that. Should have had more recon in the deck. But this is exceptional optics, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just out of the vision, but it looks like it wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So it's strange. Can't use my planes. We do get his CV, but yeah. So I'm like fast pathing stuff because I'm like I need to get in there, right? I need to get in there. So at this point, like, I mean, I'm just going to speed it up because this hurts too much to watch. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get on the road, right? I'm just trying to get there fast, but he's put in a bunch of anti-tank squads, and they just kill everything. He's RT in the road. I can't do anything about his planes. I try and break through here again, but he's got a bunch there. There's not really anywhere else I can go. This guy got so many kills. I suppose he was replaced, right? Because the guy died, and then the building was destroyed. If you're in the ruins like this, you still get the cover, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, it's just total air bully. Lost the Krugs, right? I thought I had one left, but maybe I lost that one at the start. So, it's a matter of, like, obviously I'd be taking less losses if I played slower, but I can't afford to. There's only 5 minutes left. On a +1, I can't do it. So, trying to get through here, but yeah, like I'm losing guys in the transports, right? This thing doesn't kill that helo, which ends up being a really... And that if I'd brought the other one, I would have killed that helo, and then this wouldn't have died, and then I would have got a +5 because he's out of CVs. So that, like, obviously there are lots of mistakes happened in this game, picking the division was probably the first one. But if I had picked the right plane, this would be dead, and I'd be on a +5. So that's obviously very bad. Although, well, I mean, maybe these would just kill me anyway. But, you know, my fighter would still be up. So, yeah, it's... I just surrendered because I was like... he ended up putting something back here as well, and I was out of CVs. So yeah, this guy, his win rate doesn't look as good as it did, so he's lost some games. I refuse to believe this guy's only played 246 games. That's obviously nonsense. People who play 246 games don't play like that. But then again, you know, people who play 3,333 games don't play like this. Terrible play. But yeah, the div sucks balls. Part of it is just it doesn't fit into my playstyle, but like it is worse than Berlin Gropers, which I thought was the worst 1v1 div in the game. So, you know, my bad, we've learnt a lot. Part of it obviously is like if you play when you're, you know, not having a great time, then you won't have a great time, and that will colour your opinion. But I hope you had a great time watching this video. Look at that. Anyway, I'll see you around.